Look at who's here. It's Leo and Trey. And no, I didn't have to figure out where my cameras were, as I was saying.
Dude, that's really nice.
It's super nice. It's super well done. Super happy about it. So we, for you guys, are going to sit here and we're going to talk about our thoughts on not only Warzone 2, granted, for me, that's the main subject of the show, but of course on the multiplayer, especially because right now the multiplayer beta is going on. And I know I've got my hands on it. We literally just watched Trey get his hands on it, and Leo decided to take it upon himself and to max out day one, because why not?
Ooh, yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's a really, really, really good time. So, did you guys? I know Trey, you watched the Call of Duty Next event because we were in a chat thing. Leo, did you watch the Call of Duty Next event?
Yes, I did about halfway, as a little bit after mobile. I'm not gonna lie, I did. I fell asleep. I took a nap.
Yeah.
But I did. I watched all the good, important stuff.
Yes. And I don't even think they got to Warzone itself, like in terms of gameplay, until like 4 p.m. Which would I think be, I don't know what time that is for you, but it's not 4 p.m. for you. 3. Okay. Oh, they're okay. But like, you know what? We could just say something real quick about Call of Duty Mobile since you brought it up. I think Warzone Mobile would have done way better if it came out before Warzone 2.0. I think the fact that they pushed it to like next year sometime. I mean, I like Verdansk. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure you guys like Verdansk. I mean, I love Verdansk, but like,
yeah, Verdansk are cool.
I mean, pushing out the mobile, and like pushing out the mobile, and like it did not. It like has that nostalgia, and I say nostalgia, and Verdansk was like a year ago, so I mean, I guess take that for what it is. But it has that Verdanskness that I want to get into, but I don't know, man. After Warzone 2.0 comes out, I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know.
There's no need to go back to it once Warzone 2 comes out. In my opinion.
Yeah, I honestly, cool. I've been wanting like either with Apex or with Warzone. I've been wanting someone to do it like Fortnite did. Yeah. How you could get on your phone and play with everybody else on every other platform. Which I don't know. It like technical. I don't know how that would have worked with Warzone. That would have been cool to see. But yeah, to play mobile, go back and play mobile when we have Warzone 2 is just. I don't think I would be playing it too much.
Yeah, I mean, maybe like, oh, I have, these 5 minutes to do something here and there or whatever. Maybe then, but like, I don't know. PUBG Mobile was pretty good, but that was back when, BRs were still kind of like new. BRs were this just, and plus it was like one of the first ones on mobile, and it was really well done. Actually, I believe PUBG Mobile has way more players than PUBG at this point, like way more. Like it is super high compared to PUBG, and actually PUBG Mobile is one of the most it is one of the most, how do I want to say this,
active.
It's active, absolutely active. They make more money on PUBG Mobile. It's like in the top 5 ranking in mobile games in terms of like income. Yeah, and it's just and think about that. You have big games like, Raid Shadow Legends. You have other loot box games, right? That like Diablo that have, people pay to advance in those games. Whereas PUBG Mobile is literally just cosmetics, right? There's nothing in there other than cosmetics, and that game is like top 5, if not higher. So that's pretty impressive there. But yeah, I'm intrigued to see it. I would probably dabble in it, see how it plays. I don't think any of the gameplay I saw really sold it to me at all. Like it looked like a very watered down Verdansk, which granted it's mobile, right? I mean, what are you expecting it pushing on an iPhone 12 or whatever it is going to be? But it's something, I suppose. But
it's certainly a thing.
It's certainly a thing. So I kind of made a pros and cons list and an others list because I didn't know where to place it on some topics that I want to discuss on both potentially Warzone 2. Some of this, like I said, most of this is going to be mainly Warzone 2.0, but some of these will definitely intertwine with multiplayer as well. And then we can also talk about just multiplayer as well. But yeah,
let's do it.
Kind of pros and cons list. And I'm just going to find something. I'm going to bring up a subject, and I want your guys' opinion on these controversial topics. Okay. So first one, in my opinion, pretty obvious. I put this as a con or as a pro. The map itself for Warzone 2.0 looks phenomenal. Huge, tons of open areas, lots of stuff going on there. You have the whole what are they called? Like the stronghold systems where there's some AI controlled buildings, right? That you can wind up taking over, getting some good stuff out of it. You have some familiar places like Terminal. It has made its way back and it's now inside of the Warzone map. I don't remember what it's called. But how do you guys feel about the map?
I like the variety of environments that they have for it. I think it's huge.
Okay.
It looks pretty damn good.
It does.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like we didn't get to see too much of it from Call of Duty Next event, but I mean, it's looking good. I think it looks great.
Yeah, same. I'm really liking the way how everything's put together. I think this is going to be something close to Verdansk, you know, close to that legendary map that they gave us on Warzone 1.
Yeah.
I like how you said that. I like how they put Terminal in it. I'm not sure. I think they put other little maps in there too, didn't they?
Yeah, there's I'm sure quite a bit of like other known places, and kind of like to Trey's point, I didn't see a ton of like I watch people play the map, right? But when you're watching someone playing it, sometimes it's hard to catch like, oh, there's this, or oh, there's that. But I know Terminal being the big one, like one of the fan favorites, I know for sure that made it back because it was brought back. And I'm sure I've heard, things about like maybe High Rise being in there somewhere, but yeah.
Oh, dang. Really?
Yeah.
I'm excited. Oh yeah, that's right. Yes. With it had the crane and then the chopper pad. I saw that.
Yep.
I saw that. That's going to be super nostalgic for
yes.
OGs, that got to play back then and getting to replay those maps on Warzone 2.0.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to it. It looks really, really good.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm hoping they do like kind of they did with Modern Warfare 1, where they had like in-map events. I think that'd be kind of nice.
Okay. Yeah. And I'm sure they will. If you're talking about like what they did with like Verdansk, is that what you mean? Like how they'd have certain things going on, or?
Yeah, like kind of like how it had its own story in a way.
Okay. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'd want. I want that to come back for sure, instead of it just being like, "Yep, this is a war zone." There's like a story behind it.
Yeah, so that's what I didn't know that. I was just told that yesterday that I never played the Modern Warfare 2019. I never played that story.
Oh.
But that the story continues. I don't know if it's just that story or like they kind of piece all together the 3 games that came out in Warzone. Like there's like lore and stuff through the events that they release that continues like this whole like multiverse kind of story going on.
Yeah, and there's a ton. And actually every season of Warzone was always something new added to the story, right? Like all the way to like the dam freezing over or the lake freezing. Like, I mean,
oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
There was a lot actually. It's hard to remember a time where actually the water wasn't frozen over. Like I try to remember the original Verdansk map. And there's some things there, like remember Stadium wasn't open when it first launched, right?
Yep,
that's right.
So that's some crazy stuff. You had it was just water down there and you couldn't swim. Like so, there was some interesting aspects to the map. And the map definitely evolved over time, and I would really like to see the same thing happen with this map. I would also really like to see. Joaquin says that the chopper can be flown at high rise. That makes sense. I've heard about the vehicles, and there's like apparently some really big ass chopper, like not just a normal like chopper you've seen in all the other games, but like a massive chopper apparently that you can get. So I wonder if that's where it's located. But I don't want them to just evolve the map, okay? And this is something they really, I feel like, need to do. This is the place when it comes to maps I feel like they are the weakest at. Is you look at every other game, Fortnite, you had PUBG, Apex, like they took Verdansk out and we never got it back. They need to. I get you want to take it out for story reasons, or I get you want to do something to move on for story reasons, but I don't think that should have ever happened. I don't think Verdansk should have just disappeared completely. I think it should have been a rotation, or just like, you know what I mean? Like, they did it with Fortune's Keep, with Rebirth Island, right? You could do either or, and granted, they keep removing Rebirth Island literally daily. I don't know if you guys have played lately. Have you guys played Warzone at all lately?
I have not.
No.
So I don't know what it was, but about a month ago, and I'm not in this, and I wish I could say I'm exaggerating this, but I am not. About a month ago, every single day the playlist is changing. You'll log in one day and Rebirth Island will be there. And then you'll log in another day and it's there, but only quads. And you'll log in another, then it's just gone completely. Like, and I'm dead serious. Every single day. You just,
That's weird.
It's like, well, I don't know if I can play with my friends or not. Let's find out. And and you just log in and see.
Is it doing that until the release of Warzone 2?
Maybe they're just trying to do this while they have the time, because they know people are going to jump ship and go to Warzone 2. So I don't know if they're just doing this as a, hey, get a little bit of dose of everything. Here we go. But it's kind of frustrating. Like, I'm happy they have the rotation. I wish they would do the same with Verdansk, but I'd like to think moving forward to Warzone 2.0, we will, if they add a new map in the future, it'll just stay. It'll be in a rotational thing. Not oh, by the way, the old one is gone. Because like they did that. And no offense, I don't know if you guys played Caldera a whole lot. I didn't think Caldera was all that great.
I think I played it once or twice.
I've never played it.
Yeah, it's just it was not. So one thing that set Verdansk apart for me was it was very different in like several different areas, right? Yeah, this place played differently than this place. The dam played very different than the farmland, which played very different than the city and the high rise and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Caldera was like it played the same everywhere because it was basically the same map, literally everywhere.
Yeah, very true. Hey, Nani.
Hey, hello, thank you. So and for chat, just so you guys know, we're discussing Warzone and Warzone 2.0 or Warzone 2.0 and Modern Warfare. Kind of we just started, so if you guys have opinions, I'd love to hear them. So the map overall, though, kind of getting back to that point, I think this one is promising. I can tell you just by watching people playing it and seeing it, way better than Caldera. Whole nother level compared to Caldera. So I'm thrilled about that. But
no, I've heard nothing but but bad about Caldera. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen it, but it's like it's one thing to actually play it and just another thing to watch it.
Yeah. Yes.
But most of the people that I watch that still play Warzone to this day do not like Caldera.
Yep. And that's when you have something that's not great, is when like it's been out for this long and people are still just like, no, bring back Verdansk. Like everyone's
ready to move on.
Yep, ready to move on. Give us something back. Give us something old. So let's move to something that kind of connects to that, right? So I talked about this a little bit briefly, the AI in the map itself, right? You have the AI when they were talking about it in the Call of Duty Next event, they talked about like how there'd be like these stronghold places where it's loaded with AI, and these aren't AI that you need to take lightly. Like you need to take them serious, right? Which that I find is okay, right? I think that's cool. But throughout watching people playing, they definitely found in almost every city, AI is just out and about, kind of just there. How do you guys feel about just like outside of the stronghold stuff? Because I do think that's separate, and I think that's kind of neat, and I actually have that part as a pro. But just the AI in general being, you might walk into a random building and boom, there's just an AI waiting for you. And I mean, usually they're easier to kill, these kind of AI, because they're not in the stronghold aspect. But what do you feel about AI in a game like that? Because even like Fortnite had AI, right? I know PUBG implemented AI after a while after their launch. So thoughts on AI and BR games, and specifically this one?
I think AI. If I don't like when we have to play against bots that are supposed to be real players, or that they're supposed to act as real players, but having bots and playing Invasion after playing Invasion on Modern Warfare 2, I don't think it's that bad, honestly. Now,
so I'm excited to try that.
Yeah, I haven't tried that one yet myself.
Invasion's pretty cool. And you get those AI a lot. I would rather prefer that they're around the strongholds and not just floating all over the place, like you said, around the cities and stuff.
I'd agree.
So they're not that. I mean, they're very easy to kill, not that bad, but just it could get a little overwhelming with seeing bots left and right whenever you walk into a city.
That's true.
Try anything?
So I don't mind. I don't mind.
I don't think I mind them. I mean, because I haven't even played Invasion yet, so I'm kind of excited to play that tonight if we get into that. But
yeah,
I don't think it's a bad thing. I think like Fortnite added AI with like animals and different camps and stuff like that around, which I think is kind of a good thing. It kind of just gives you more to be aware of instead of just like, okay, I have to only worry about other players. I was like, okay, now I have to kind of worry about AI, but if they're easy to kill, and if they reward you with loot, then I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and that's actually a good point. Like, what do we get anything for killing them, or are they just there so I have to reveal my position? Like, what is the point of them? Because if they are literally just there, I gain nothing from it other than now if someone was close by, they now know where I'm at. That's going to frustrate me, right? Because I went into a building with AI roam. And to Leo's point, I actually, the fact that the stronghold aspect of it, I think is a cool thing because you can choose whether or not you want to initiate that, right? But just having them out and about, I'm not going to say I'm going to hate it, but I don't see a lot of pros towards having them there. I feel like they're either just going to get in the way. Like, imagine if you're in a gunfight and an AI just comes up behind you. It's like, boop, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that would just be so frustrating to have to play.
No, that's exactly what happened yesterday playing Invasion. I ended up dying to an AI because I was low health trying to run around and trying to heal up and like they won't kill you if you're full health, but if you're pretty much one shot there, it's gonna get you.
Yeah,
they'll just happen to be there.
Yeah,
that's so annoying.
No, yes, and it is. So hopefully it's not to this extent. And I don't think any like mainstreamer was like super upset with it, but they brought to the attention kind of exactly what we've all agreed with is keep it in the strongholds for the most part. Let us do what we have to do out there, but if we want to initiate it, that's our choice at that point.
Yeah,
I would definitely agree with that. I think if the strongholds are going to have like the harder AI, then I think they should just be there instead of roaming around like random AI.
Higher difficulty AI and better loot. Maybe like a like a fully decked out gun, or some plates that you can get if you finish it, or
Yep. Make it worth it, especially those strongholds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that.
So going from the AI, and since we started talking about the like them dropping good weapons, why don't we move on to this? Now, this is an interesting one because a lot of the streamers have said that it feels like I'm going to kind of go over a couple of their points, and I'll bring it back to my list here. But they feel like they've catered more in this game in Warzone 2.0 to the Battle Royale crowd versus the Call of Duty crowd. This feels way more Battle Royale, much like Blackout did than Warzone did, right? So they've brought that point up several times that it feels more like Blackout than Warzone. And one of the things that lead to that is looting guns on the ground. You have your ground loot, and you can actually upgrade that ground loot. Whereas right now in Warzone, you cannot. Right now, I didn't see anything about how they did it. I'm assuming it's at a buy station because I don't think you just pick up attachments. Okay. But you have, you now can pick up a gun from the ground, and you'd actually upgrade that gun at a buy station. How do you guys feel about that concept versus the loot on the ground just being what it is and moving on?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of wish we had the like loadout buyouts, but I mean, I think it adds to the fairness, I suppose, because you're gonna have guaranteed guns that are gonna be around,
Yep.
instead of it being like, okay, I've got enough money, I'm gonna buy a gun that no one has yet because I grinded out this rank. So it's kind of like evening the playing field, in my opinion. But
just gonna go hand my gun to Leo since he's just gonna stay at the buy station. Leo, get this for me, please.
Right.
No. I want my loadout. Give it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want the loadout. That's what you said. They're taking that away, right?
Yeah, that was like my number one con I have right now is the no loadout thing. Because which that's a subject in and of itself. But yeah, like upgrading ground loot itself isn't. I don't hate that, right? I don't hate that part of it, right? I hate what we had to sacrifice for it, but I don't hate the concept of actually, because I would rather do that than having to go around picking up attachments like I had to do in Blackout and putting them, like that slows down the game for me. I don't like having to sit there and manage through attachments and bullshit and stuff. Like I'm not that's one of the things I don't like about Apex is I have to manage these attachments. That's one of the things I don't like about PUBG is I have to sit there and manage the attachments. I don't like the time you have to spend in your backpack in some BRs. I just don't like it. I think Blackout actually did it okay, and I think this is doing better than what Blackout did because it's just as simple as go to the buy station, boom, boom, call it a day, right? Mm-hmm. But so I think I put that as a pro, the upgrading the ground loot. But since Leo brought it up, let's talk about probably the biggest con, in my opinion, in the game. there are at least so far confirmed no loadouts. And let me say, before we get into this one, I bet it gets reversed within 3 months of release.
Yeah.
So for those of you who might not know, loadouts in Warzone 1 currently, you make a loadout, you make a custom class, and you can go, you get 10 grand or 750, 7,500, depending if you're playing Rebirth, and you can get your gun, you can get your loadout, you get your perks and everything like that, right? The main purpose is to get your guns. Now, in this game, you cannot get a loadout. You can get your loadout guns, though. You can still get your loadout guns. They're very expensive from what everyone said, but you can get that loadout gun if you want it, because somebody showed it was like 25 grand. Now, I don't know how easy money is to come into this game, right? I'm not entirely sure, but it kind of seemed pretty normal, like what we're used to seeing, if I'm being honest with you. So maybe this is a way of them making like contracts and stuff more viable. Like you want to go for those contracts because they give you more money and stuff, which, okay, fair. But I feel like the fact that there is no loadouts were one of the things that made Warzone 1.0 unique. Right? I mean, that's what separated, and that's what helped keep the pacing of the game being quick, is because you could get these guns. It wasn't solely based on RNG. I mean, how often were you in the end circle with a random gun? I mean, I'd say odds are you weren't, unless you died and came back. Most of the time you had your guns, right? Took the RNG factor away from it, and it was more skill-based and movement-based and positioning, right? That's what I prefer. That's why I go to Warzone, is because it's not so much about the RNG. It's about the other stuff, the stuff I find important. So that's my piece on the situation. I'm with Leo. I want my loadout. Give me my loadout. That's one of the things that make you. Plus, on top of that, how much money do you think that Call of Duty made from just selling skins? Oh, that's my gun. I need that skin that costs $25. Like, I'm blown away that they did that, because I feel like they shot themselves in the foot for that purpose alone. But that's mine on it.
What if they do something like you upgrade your gun so much that it turns into something from your loadout?
Maybe. I mean, that's a possibility. I haven't seen it yet, but that's, I guess, maybe. If it was an option, if that was at least an option, I would feel better, because at least I could, I found this G3 on the ground. I'm just throwing out a name of a gun at this point. And I have a custom G3, and the last upgrade of this G3 would be my custom gun. That's kind of what you're going for. Yeah.
Yeah. Or even if it's like, let's say like you buy a gun and it's like, well, you have like the AK-47U, right?
Yep.
You level it up like twice, it's got a nice scope, extended clip, whatever. But then like the next level is just like pick a loadout.
Yeah.
Or like pick a weapon from one of your loadouts.
Well, and maybe that's but I mean, with them having the, hey, just buy your gun for this much, I don't think that's going to be how it works, because they have the option just to buy your gun you want. Which, by the way, there are no perks at all. Since we're talking about
I was about to say.
Yep. So, and that's a huge factor in the game of itself. There's no perks, no ground perks, no perks, and it's just zero perks. It's all gunplay. So yeah.
I do. I like that. I do like that.
Yeah.
I know Dead Silence is going to remain as a field loadout as well.
Yep. Field upgrade. Yep.
Field upgrade. I'm sorry. Field upgrade. But I like kind of balancing it out there with the perks,
Yeah.
I wouldn't just, I wouldn't have minded just getting my gun from the loadout, with all the attachments that's on it, my skin, whatever. But I do like how there's no perks. That's kind of my pro and con there,
Now
balancing it out a bit.
Do you think I'm right in the sense of like loadouts are what helps separate Warzone from the other battle royales?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It just, like, I don't know, man.
That's something you dropped on the ground. You picked up a random gun, whatever gun it may have been. You and your teammates work your butts off to get the money to put together to buy a loadout, and you go and dominate everything else. Or you die trying. So I think that's what it's like. All right, how much you got? Okay, I got this much. Oh, okay, we can get a loadout. Let's get a loadout.
Yep. That was the number one goal.
Everybody gets their class, and we start running around.
Yep, you drop. That's the goal. Where can we go to get the most money quickly so we can buy a loadout?
You said it's 25,000. Is that per?
I think it's per gun.
Per gun?
I think it was per gun. Now that's from like a quick screenshot that I saw, but I'm pretty sure it was like per gun, and I would assume per person.
Oh.
Now again, Maybe
they could increase how much money you're getting.
Yep.
How much money you get per kills, or how much money you start off with, and they could increase contracts like you said. But
maybe
yeah,
going for those strongholds with those AI is going to pay off. You know what I mean? Like maybe that's the thing. Like you go in there and they have a vault and you get 50 grand real quick. So that's at least good for two of you to get your gun. I don't know. I assume there's going to be a way to do
PvP,
it. Yes.
PvE, PvP.
Yes.
Well,
yeah. I know they said they had a bunch of like there's like registers and stuff that are around the world that'll have money in them too. So
yeah. So
on those as far as how much are in those as well.
That actually kind of comes back to the map point. You don't find like healing items like on the ground. They're in like medicine cabinets in your stuff. If you go, you go to find money, they're in cash registers and stuff like that. So I thought that was just a neat little touch. So now when you go into a building, you're going to want to look for like a bathroom to see if there's a medicine cabinet. So that's a kind of a nice little touch. Like I thought that was kind of neat.
Yeah, so you don't auto regen health anymore, correct?
I don't believe you do. Now I could be wrong, but I don't believe you do. When I was watching them play, and like the plating system's kind of weird too, because actually, yeah, this will be a whole nother thing. But yeah, I think you're right, and we could be wrong on that, but I think you're right because there's a whole point of those medicine cabinets and healing and stuff like that.
Right. I would still I didn't get too much info on it, but I would still imagine plates are just as normal. You can get them out of
yeah. So. And again, this is just from what I've gathered, and I'm more than happy to be proven wrong. An armor satchel no longer determines how many plates you have. It only determines how many plates you can have in. So normally you can only have 2 plates. Like, and then if you have a satchel, you can put in 3 plates. Because this comes to I was going to go to another low note, but let's hit a high note real quick before I go into this other low note, because I found this to be awesome, and I hope you guys did too. So getting outside of the loadouts, and that's a rough one. I really wish it wasn't the way that it is, but it is, and we'll move on and we'll see what it goes. I'm telling you, hold me to it. 3 months. I bet it gets reversed, unless we just fall in love with the system. But what about the changes they made to how the circles work?
Oh, dude. Yeah, those are awesome.
That is a freaking super awesome thing. Did you see that, Leo?
Yes. How the circles are going to split up into 3 towards the end of the game. Kind of change the flow of the game.
Yeah, that's gonna be sick. I'm really excited for that. I think it changes up a lot.
It does, because you're gonna be forced to giant circle. Okay, shit. Now it's down to 3 circles. We have to choose. Okay, which one of these are we gonna go in? And it's really gonna come down to we're probably gonna have to win this fight. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then when they converge, it's gonna have I love the concept of it. I think it's super fucking cool.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be awesome. I'm really excited.
Now, hear me out.
Okay.
Okay. It is fantastic, but they should have left it. They should have left it random. Either you keep the 1 circle normal circle going to the end of the game.
Okay.
Or whatever. If it changes up the next game, you don't know if you're gonna get 3 circles or you don't know if you're gonna get 1 circle toward the end.
That's fair.
I'm sorry.
I like that.
I think they kind of keep the variety in there. I think they should have kept it. They should have kept both.
I think that's a good point.
Instances.
Because what if we've all been to those games where a shit ton of people die all right off the rip, you know what I mean?
Right.
So what if there's just not enough teams to make the 3 circle thing work? Maybe they does a default to not doing that. That's a good point, actually. Mm-hmm. I think that's a very good point, and hopefully that's something that sticks and they do something like that.
So I mean, at the same time, you're still satisfying. Just for example, Nick Merckx is completely against the 3 circle thing. He did not like it at the event. But there's he's I'm pretty sure he's not the only one. I like it, but just so you could have pleased both crowds, I guess. Just kind of kept both circles in there. I think it's awesome. I'm all for it. But why not? Keep both of them. Have 3 circles, have 1, whatever it may be. And that may be something they add in later on, or
I'm sure that gets updated. I'm sure eventually we're gonna have 10 circles break off.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Just 10 little circles. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
No, but it definitely changes the flow of the game. You're gonna have fights within fights.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Dominate your circle and then move on. It's gonna be good. So we're all in agreement. We're all for it, at least, right? Us 3 are all for that whole change.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's another con, and this is probably outside of the loadout thing. And again, these are cons for me, not necessarily cons for you. So chat, just so you know, when I say con, I'm talking about my perspective, and I'm, by all means, change my mind, convince me that these are good, and I will be more than happy to roll over for you. But one of the topics that me, Trey, and Casey, when we did the pre-show, I brought up was Warzone has easily, in my opinion, the best inventory management system of any battle royale. How often are you ever in menus? How often are you ever looking through backpacks or anything like that? How often are you slowing down to see what you have? I mean, practically never, right? Like realistically, everything's right there on your screen. You don't need to stop. You don't need to move.
Dies, all this kind of comes out, right?
I feel like the inventory system in this is much worse because you actually have a backpack situation. You actually have something yeah. So for example, you have, and this is from, I watched a video from Stone Mountain and he was pointing this out, but he's like, okay, there's 6 slots in this backpack that he was showing off, right? He's like, look, all 6 of those slots could be filled with airstrikes. All 6 of those slots could be filled with armor plates. It's your 6 slots. Do with them what you will. And I personally, I don't like the fact that I'm going to be managing and debating, okay, do I drop this for this? Do I do this for that? Like, I hate having this inventory management system that I didn't have before. I hate having this added slowness, not smoothness that I didn't have before, because this is part of that catering to the BR experience versus the Warzone experience.
Yeah. I could see that.
The easy gun and go,
Yep.
Yeah, yep. I would say it doesn't bother me too much again.
I know when I was watching the next event, there was quite a few people that were like kind of stuttering, trying to fix what they had in their backpack, or messing up what they were trying to grab off of the floor. So that I if I agree with you, they should have kept it, easy gun and go, pick up whatever. It's going to be interesting to see how this is going to play out with the new backpack system.
And I don't know if there's an upgraded backpack you can get, or the bigger backpacks you can get.
Or more slots.
I don't know exactly how that's going to work out. Can one slot only hold 1 plate? Can one slot hold 3 plates? You know what I mean? So it's there's a lot to it. I anything that slows me down, I'm not a fan of in general. And I feel like this is going to be the thing that slows me down the most, is having to look through and manage that inventory, because kind of like we spoke about before, looking through attachments for my guns on Apex stuff. Like I don't want to have to worry about that and then all of a sudden get shot because I'm in my inventory managing stuff versus where I could be alert. But be aware, Tim. I get it. Okay, thanks everyone.
Yeah.
Do better, Tim. Do better. Yeah. I get it. So that's a pretty big, Leo. So that's a pretty heavy con. Hey, Ascended.
Thank you.
What do you call a Call of Duty player's instant rap single? A flash banger. That's pretty good.
I'm gonna sign you off for that one. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Okay. So moving on from the inventory system, we could do some simple things here. Like, we got swimming. We can swim and shoot our pistols, boys. You ready for this underwater gunplay?
Oh, dude. I can't tell you how many times I died on Rebirth, jumping in like the smallest thing of water.
The smallest, like knee deep. You're just like that.
Oh yeah. I'm all for it. I'm so excited for that.
What if they add sharks?
Finally.
They add sharks?
They add sharks.
I hope not.
Just chomp your ass.
There's gonna be a Jaws event.
Yeah, I'm just gonna lurk underwater until someone jumps in and just. You can shoot your normal gun if you're above the water, not underneath it. So if you're, as long as you're like in an above swimming position, you can shoot your normal gun. Yeah. But if you're below it, there's only certain guns, and from what I've seen, it was basically your pistols that you can shoot underneath it. So that's pretty neat, pretty cool. They had that in Blackout, so I'm happy they brought that back here. I feel like that was a big deal. You get your Fov Slider for all consoles. Thank the freaking Lord.
Yep, finally.
That's a huge game changer right there.
For those of you on console who don't understand how big of a deal this is, it's about to blow your mind. Like it's seriously going to blow your mind how much of an advantage you have by having that than not. Like I played on console for so long and I switched to PC for Call of Duty. And I still use controller, by the way. But having that Fov slider alone, I feel like just made me a better player because you're not realistically running quicker, right? Like you guys are not running quicker, but you get the sense that you are. You can see a little bit more the way it works and you get the sense that you are. So I feel like, at least for me personally, I like operated like I was moving quicker, right? I was thinking quicker. All my actions were quicker in general. So like it doesn't make sense on paper, but when you put it into action, like I'm telling you guys, it's made me a better player. I'm just saying.
Yeah, definitely. I believe it.
I mean, I play at 120. I play at 120 max, like as far as it'll go.
Same. I crank it all the way up, baby. All the way up.
When I first started playing it for the first couple matches, I was like, yeah, dang, this is really slow. This game feels really, really slow. And then I put it to 120 and I was like, oh, okay, there's all the speed.
That's it.
All right.
And you're moving the same speed. You're moving exactly the same. But you just got this. You went from this window to this, and all of a sudden you're a fucking maniac. Like it's crazy. Cold War, I believe, had it, but I think Cold War and Vanguard both had it, but it was only for the multiplayer modes. They never brought it to Warzone 1.0. So that's really good. That's good for multiplayer too, because multiplayer has it, and like Trey said, I mean, that's where I first messed with it and kind of figured it out. Here's something. I actually have a little video for this one, guys, so be ready. I hate this. I'm gonna tell you right now, I hate this. So I'm gonna pull up this video, and you tell me if you can figure out what it is about this that I hate, because I cannot stand this. Me and Trey kind of talked about it. I gotta
see it.
I gotta pop it up. It's gonna be right to my side there. So here's a video, here's a clip, and I mean there's audio, but it doesn't really matter. Can you see what I don't like about it?
The helmet POV?
The helmet. I do not like that spectating view, man.
What?
Dude, I am not a fan. I want to see what they're seeing. This I don't know what they're seeing. I can't even see the whole dude's left side. I can see his right side, and that's about it. Like, I am not a fan. And I'm actually finding out, by the way, that I'm in the minority here.
Yeah, you are.
Like,
you're in the minority in this conversation as well.
Cannot like this. You guys like this, huh?
Yeah, I think it looks cool.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Fucking fair enough. It's staying on my con list, but fair enough.
It's different. Different can be good, depending on how you see it, but you know, we've always had the same standard death cam POV, you know?
It's like the same. It's like we see what they're seeing. POV. Yeah, spectating. Yep.
Yeah. So again, like I said about the circles, maybe because you can't switch it, I believe, right?
You cannot. It is stuck like this. Trust me. I have looked everywhere. You cannot switch this.
I'm gonna answer this same thing as I answered with the circles. Maybe, you know, you could have kept multiple POVs in, or maybe just, you know, just the old POV and then this new one as well,
like a preference kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I think that would have been cool. I love how this looks. It's different. It's new.
It is different. I'll give you guys that. It is different. Not for me, at least not. Maybe I'll just get used to it. I'm gonna have to. So like, you know, I'll get used to it. But I feel like especially at sometimes, like I get motion sickness looking at it like this.
Really?
Yeah, like sometimes, man, like it kind of gets like fishball-y and just what. But you know, that's just a matter of getting. I wasn't able to do VR when I first started, at least not very long. So look at me now, Mom.
That's true. I remember you telling me about that. I've never had that problem ever.
But I mean, yeah. But now I play VR. I could live in VR. Like I could just stay in there forever. If the Lord intended, it would happen.
Yeah.
So okay, hey, there we go. We disagree on something. You guys like this shitty ass new camera? Good on you guys.
Wow. Okay, Tim.
Let's see what I got. Let's see what else we got on my little list here. And we're actually moving through this pretty good. So that's good. The new engine, of course, looks good, right? Graphically looks good. Sounds phenomenal.
Amazing.
Freaking
I can actually
damn. The footsteps, everything. The sound this game makes is, I mean, the sound, the upgrade they did to the sound is better than the visuals, and the visuals look great. So like, what's up? What's up? So yeah, like, absolutely. I thank you so much for the follow, by the way. Welcome to the fam. Appreciate you being here. So
yeah, thank you so much.
We all agree the new engine super well. Game looks great. You know, sounds amazing. Nothing other than good things to say about that. So good job, Infinity Ward. We knew that was coming. What else do we got? Really, I don't got a whole lot more. We talked about the movement. The movement's pretty different, right? It's slower paced. Thoughts?
Yeah, it's a little slower paced. Yeah. Just because like you have like the tactical sprint now, and it's not just like sprint all the time now.
You can't sprint, and you can't slide cancel, which I got really good at slide canceling, by the way. I was a slide canceling pro in Warzone, let me tell you.
I think some people figured out a way to do slide canceling.
They have, yes. And someone says it's probably just going to get patched anyway, so you can learn it. But if they wanted slide canceling in the game, they would have kept it the same.
It's true.
So odds are it's just going to get patched out some magical way. I'm not going to lie, though. The amount of times I went to slide and I accidentally dive happens all the time.
Oh, yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, I get holding it down.
It's going to get me killed. It's going to get me killed.
Making slide instead?
Yeah. So just click it. Yeah. It's dead. I can see me meaning to slide. I'm just going to jump right in front of somebody.
I think you can change the keybind for that.
You're probably right. I probably could. I just don't. I don't know what the hell I'd change it to. But yeah, so that's cool. I mean, I'm okay with the movement. I think the movement feels good. I feel like, especially with stims not giving you movement speed increase, it just heals you. I think that was a freaking phenomenal change because, like, I know Call of Duty's always been the arcadey one, right? Out of like the Battlefield and Call of Duty's the arcade. That's how I always describe it to people. You want realistic, play Battlefield. You want arcadey, play Call of Duty. But it kind of got crazy with people sliding 20 feet. You know what I mean? Like, it got a little nuts. Yeah. So I feel like the movement's slower, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's an okay. I put that as a solid.
Same. I agree. I'm really liking how the game feels right now. From movement to audio, everything's been chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss.
Yes.
Chef's kiss. For sure. I would agree.
So here's one, and this kind of pertains more to, I would say, multiplayer. Rather than, this is my last one, unless you guys, and if you guys have some more subjects we'll talk about, but this has been a hot topic very recently, and it's all over Reddit. I mean, I'd say 75% of the Reddit posts are about this one thing. Now, it doesn't bother me personally, so I want to state that ahead of time. I don't really care, but the mini map change, where you don't see red dots when people are firing their guns, and now it's up on the what do you call that thing up top, the compass. You'll see little red indicators on the compass, but on the mini map itself, you do not see red dots anymore unless there's an active UAV. And apparently, people are losing their freaking minds about it.
Really?
Yeah, like go to Reddit, dude. I guarantee 3 posts down something about the mini map. Guarantee it. It's everywhere. Even one of the big people like put out a tweet saying Call of Duty won't change this feature, even though 99% of the community wants it. And I'm like, well, I don't personally care, but okay. So apparently that's the big topic. That's the thing. And this is specifically pertaining to multiplayer, but that's the big thing that people are going on about.
Okay, minimap. Okay. Yeah, I saw that. I feel like, I don't know, I'm kind of iffy about it because I feel like a lot of people anyways are using suppressors, right? And you wouldn't pop up on a minimap if you were firing using a suppressor. It was more of a directional. You had to, kind of sense out where they were firing from. And because of the audio, I think Warzone 2 is gonna run off of Modern Warfare 2's engine, correct?
Yep. It's same engine.
Okay, it's gonna be same exact deal. Yep. How the audio is, I don't mind the minimap. If we have a UAV and we can still see them, that's a-okay with me. The audio is like, I think this is the best that I've ever heard from. I played Vanguard, I played Cold War, I played Modern Warfare being my favorite in 2019. This has to have the best audio from all 3 games, and I think it's going to be a huge advantage coming into Warzone 2. If we don't have people popping up on the minimaps, that's perfectly fine with me. And you still said that they're going to pop up on the HUD.
There's the little compass at the very top, right?
Yeah,
they still kind of have indicators up there.
That's
I'm okay with
that's
that.
fine with me.
It makes for more whatchamacallit, like comms.
Yeah, like comms are going to be important. You
game.
can mark in this pretty easily, right? I use the
Mhm.
marking feature a ton, even though none of my teammates care about it. I use it all the time, but that's because I'm so used to using it in Warzone. Like, dude, I'm telling you, I have not the toot my own horn. I mark everything. I mark enemies that I see. I mark where I'm going. Like, I use that damn marking feature. Like, I don't know how up on my D-pad hasn't just fallen off. Like, I
good.
slam that thing.
For Warzone, right?
Yeah, for Warzone, like all the time. And I feel like, well, number one, Leo, what level are you right now?
30.
So you're 30, and you clearly are not fazed by this one bit.
No,
like not one bit. I am like, I think I just hit 20 because I got my throwing knives. Yes, and I don't. I couldn't care less because to your guys, both your guys' points, I listen to things. I hear things. I know where the audio is to begin with, right? Like in the audio in this game, to Leo's point, is, I mean, top of the line Call of Duty audio right now. So utilize that. Stop looking at your mini map that much. I never looked at my mini map. You know what I use my mini map for? Looking where my teammates are.
Yep.
Like that's 90% of the time what I use my mini map for. Do we have this covered? Okay, yes, we do by this person, and then blah 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 blah. So that's, I never used it for enemies because, like to Leo's other point, like most people use silencers. You can't rely on that for everything.
Yeah,
exactly.
So use your other senses, use your ears, call it a day, and move on. Boom, roasted.
I can't tell you how many times I've been like in buildings on Warzone, and I haven't been able to tell, are they above me? Are they below me? Are they next to me? You know, it's just kind of, I'm just gonna run around and just figure it out. You know. Playing the Modern Warfare 2 beta, either being in buildings or whatever it may be, it's super, like, I know they're below me. I know they're about to turn the corner, come up the stairs, and try to shoot me. It's so like it's so pinpoint. I love it.
There is
I
a
love it.
different audio level depending on the level that they are on you. It sounds different when they're on the same floor. It sounds different when they're above you. It sounds different when they're below you.
It's time to get rid of those Apple earphones. The time for some gaming headphones is now. It is now. You need to toss those Apple earphones away.
Yes,
You got to get some
the wired ones
headphones.
specifically.
Yes, the wired ones. Get them out of here.
Get them out of here. I mean, so those were my main points, right? I put the phone down, all my points were done. So those were my points about everything. Now, again, most of those points were about Warzone. So I know we have some things to discuss about multiplayer, and that since we've all played in the beta, we can definitely discuss our multiplayer thoughts. But do you guys have anything in particular you want to bring up about Warzone before we move over to more multiplayer heavy content?
I hope they do more events, like more like how they had like the Godzilla stuff. I think that was pretty cool,
but it needed to be better. But yes,
it definitely need to be better.
It did nothing.
You like utilize the map in cool ways. Like do like for Halloween. I hope we get like a Halloween event shortly. After, well, I guess it'll come out after Halloween.
Get a Thanksgiving event. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, you see, the Thanksgiving event. Give us a
giant turkey on the map. Everyone has to work together to kill a giant turkey, and if you do, everyone gets their loadout gun. Look, Call of Duty, hire me. I just made an idea for you that should be like that.
Yeah, like they need, they just need to do like fun events to keep it interesting, and then like the whole going dark thing. I don't know if it's gonna even be a thing. Like, give me a night mode, give me a night vision game type. Just if it's like a rotating thing, I don't care. I just want to have something fun, something different to change it up.
Yes, actually, me and Trey talked about that. The night mode would be great, like having a day-night cycle or just a going dark mode anyway. I know people complain about it, but I'm telling you, think about, Leo, think about different Warzone, even 1.0 would be if they're like, okay, we're going dark, so utilize those night vision goggles. Be dope.
Right.
Yeah, just
it would be fantastic. That would be awesome.
It would be fantastic.
Like everybody using thermal.
Yes, thermals, night vision. Like that's, dude, I'm telling you, people complain about, oh, you can't see anything. Yeah. It's dark.
Yeah, that's the point.
That's the point. It's night. Don't wear your helmet that is on fire because you think it looks cool and then get mad because you get shot across the map.
Right.
I haven't. It's been, I want to say, about a year and a half since I played Warzone.
Wow.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
To be honest.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if they've done this. If they have not done this, give us a ranked playlist for Warzone 2.0. Give us a ranking system.
Great.
Give us some ranked.
Yes. It's time.
Separate everybody that wants to play pubs from ranked. Let's get some seasons in here.
Yep.
I honestly, and I hate to talk about another game, but I really think Apex is doing it fantastic. You know, they changed the season, they changed the map. Give us Verdansk in the future, and
please,
you know,
just rebuild it for the new engine.
One season with this map, another season with Verdansk, and you can make another map if you want. I don't care. However, it needs to happen.
Yep.
But at the very least, give us some ranked play. Give us some tiers to grind through to.
Yes.
I think that's been on the list for everybody at this point.
That is a great one.
Dude,
the blackout map.
That would be something very fun to grind out.
It would be
very fun to grind out.
I think that's a great idea, actually. I think ranked mode is being requested by a lot of people, not only like us, but a lot of streamers want a ranked mode because of how well Apex is doing with it. It shows that it can be done in a battle royale mode. I know they're worried that a lot of people won't play it because they just rather stomp kids, but at the same time, they still want to be competitive. You know what I mean? And if you give them a reason to play it, they'll play it. You know what I mean? If you build it, they will come. It's the same aspect of it. So I would love to get a team and do some ranked. And, you know, if I'm playing, it's one of those things, like if I'm playing with my sweaty friends, we'll go do ranked. If I'm playing with my friends who don't play often, well, cool, we'll go play some pubs, and that's the whole point of it, right? Like the whole point of it is to separate the serious from the fun. So I think it's well overdue. I think that's a huge point that I don't know why I didn't add. So good on you. That is absolutely something that I think we need. And if we don't get it at launch, I really hope they implement it later. I also, to Alone's point, I think the blackout map, I think the maps in general, they should have a rotation. Honestly, if they brought blackout, Verdansk, even Caldera into a rotation, I would be more apt to play Caldera if I knew it was going to go away. I know it sounds bad, but knowing, I only can play this shitty map for, you know, one season, I might as well get my time in with it. I would do it.
Yeah,
I would agree with that.
I love the blackout map, though.
Blackout map was sick.
Blackout map was super well done.
Blackout's still one of my favorite.
Yeah,
BRs.
I hope we still get I like Verdansk a lot. Don't get me wrong.
Yep.
But I was still Rebirth Randy 100%.
Great game.
I really hope that they do we know anything about Rebirth?
As far as we're aware, there's nothing for it right now.
Okay.
Now, I think they would be absolutely insane to not include a mode like that at launch.
Yeah.
Even if it's on the same map. So because they do a resurgence mode on Caldera. It's just a smaller circle, you know what I mean? So they'll do resurgence, same ordeal as Rebirth. It's just on Caldera, they make it a smaller circle. I mean, even if they do that, that's fine. But if they do not bring a mode that is resurgence, which is the Rebirth aspect of it, right? They are crazy. Resurgence, Rebirth, whatever, that mode probably populates 75% of the game.
Yeah.
I think it would be insane to not add that.
I think the new map is big enough for them to do something like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Imagine you utilize two giant circles on that map, right? And it's 50 over here, 50 over here, resurgence, and then all of a sudden it squishes into one map. That'd be neat.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Activision, hire
me. Be all for it.
Hire me.
Like I think they should do it because I still play Warzone on a regular basis. Like a very regular basis. I play with my dad a lot. They only play. This team I run with, which includes my dad. I play what they play, and they only want to play Rebirth Island. I'll play Caldera alone, or I'll play whatever alone here and there, but they only ever want to play Rebirth Island because of the resurgence aspect of it. So I don't get to play normal BRs, but I will tell you, we have a hell of a good time. And again, most people play that mode. It's a super fun mode. I mean, it's like, that's what it is. It's fun. You die, you don't have to wait 20 minutes.
It is. I maybe not at launch, maybe like the second season, give us I just want that Rebirth map. I really did.
You want Alcatraz back. You specifically want that map. Because I remember my dad playing Alcatraz, which was the Blackout version, same map, just on Blackout, what it's called. Yeah. And that was all he played. And dude, they had the grappling hooks back on that one. You just grappled to the top of the prison. It looked very prison-y, like it was sick nasty. So you're saying like Resurgence, great, but you want Rebirth Island back.
Yes, 100%.
I mean, 100%. I feel like they should. I mean, I'm not opposed to this idea, them bringing back. I mean, it's like, it has to be the most played map of Call of Duty of all time. I bet it even surpasses Verdansk. Like, I bet it is the most played map.
I would probably agree with that. I would definitely agree with that.
Definitely hope we get that back.
So, any other closing statements about Warzone 2.0? I mean, I'm excited for it. I guess that'll be my thing. Like, I'm stoked for it. I think it's going to be different. And I want to look at all of you out there watching this, and you need to understand something coming from Warzone, and I play a lot of it. If you go into this expecting Warzone 1.0, you will be very disappointed. You're going to have a very different experience. Still going to play Call of Duty, but
it's definitely different enough.
Yes, but it's going to be different enough to where it's going to feel like a different game, and there's going to be aspects of it that you don't like. Trust me, same here. But I think it's going to be new enough to where it's not a copy and paste, right? It's going to be a new battle royale experience. This is a game that is catered to the battle royale people versus the Call of Duty people. It's like, if you liked Blackout, this is more Blackout than it is Verdansk, than it is, Warzone. So, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I think this is like a good mix of the two, because there were things in Blackout that I liked. There were things in Verdansk and Warzone that I like. So please go into this open-minded with a lot of the changes, because it's really, really, really going to need that aspect of it before just jumping on the hate wagon.
Yeah, I think one thing that I feel that they haven't addressed, and I hope that they do before the release of Warzone 2.0, is the anti-cheat.
Oh God, bless it.
That's one of the reasons why I left. I uninstalled because, like I said, I played a lot of Rebirth, and it was just like left and right. You'd watch the kill cam and just blatantly cheating.
It's gotten way better, I will tell you. I mean, I know Ricochet is amazing, but it is way better. Like, I probably run into a cheater once a night at this point.
That's what I've heard. Now I saw a clip today. And I retweeted it. Somebody cheating on the Modern Warfare 2 beta. Now I completely understand. I think I'm not too sure. I think the beta does not have any kind of, or it has like a very low anti-cheat in it, or something.
Sure.
I'm not too sure what happened there. There's already people cheating as soon as it came to PC. I want them to make some kind of statement or release something regarding the anti-cheat moving forward. Like I said, I haven't played in a year and a half. I've heard that it's gotten better. I just, when I scroll TikTok, I can't tell you how many times still to this day I scroll TikTok and I see people cheating on Rebirth. Like, they have their camera just pointed at their monitor. They're just, seeing through walls, auto locking on people. So I really hope for the future for Warzone 2. I hope all of this gets better, and it's a better experience for everybody.
Yep. That's a big thing. The anti-cheat is huge, because Warzone was definitely played with it more than anything else. Hands down. Like, it was the worst it could be. They've gotten better, but I agree. It's a beta. Hopefully, it is what it is. It's a beta, get it figured out. But that is, I don't want to say that's the make or break it for a lot of people, but I mean, even yourself, you uninstalled because of it. Like,
yeah.
I mean, that's how I was.
Yeah.
I just kind of stopped playing because I'm tired of getting.
I just had to get better than the cheaters.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. I think, honestly, I don't play a lot of Valorant, but I think they have like one of the best anti-cheats, if not the best.
Yeah, Vanguard is awesome.
You gotta install that like right on. But then again, they're only PC. Is Valorant going to console?
I couldn't imagine.
To my understanding, no.
Because you have to use mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, but having to install that thing that searches through all your files on your PC for a game, I wouldn't mind having to do that for Warzone.
Well, and think about it: 90% of your cheaters, if not all of your cheaters, are from PC, right?
Yep.
So it should just straight up be a PC thing. Absolutely, it should be a PC thing. Like, if you are on PC, you have to download this because you are. I mean, I would 1,000% agree. And I don't know if. I know multiplayer has the toggle off for crossplay. I don't know. I know Warzone 1.0 only had it for PlayStation, so I don't know if Warzone 2.0 is going to have it for both or not have it at all. So I'm very curious to see if you can just toggle crossplay off, because if you can, I guarantee a ton of console players have it off.
Right.
Like I have it off right now on my Xbox. I'll toggle it on so we can all play together because I'd rather play with you and not worry about it. But that's like the reason I would toggle it off is specifically for the cheaters. I don't care if you're a mouse and keyboard person. I'll kill you.
Having that option is nice.
Yes.
I mean, it's, you know.
Yes, and then I don't have to worry about my dad screaming at the screen because he got killed by someone on mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, he's so funny.
He is something else. Let me tell you, love him to death.
I still need to play with him, man.
Dude, we gotta get absolutely. We gotta get matches with you and him. Like it's something special, Leo. I mean, he has more time in Call of Duty than anybody I know. I'm telling you, it's not even close. It's ridiculous. So if that's Warzone 2.0. That's kind of my thoughts. You guys, anything else? You guys good on Warzone?
No, I can't really think of anything else.
Let's talk about something that Leo here apparently is a pro in. Let's talk about a little bit of the multiplayer beta because he's already level 30, which is max. Leo, you know what? You had the most time on it. I'm going to let you lead. How's it been going for you so far?
So the recoil patterns on a lot of guns have changed. It's harder to use a lot of guns. Starting off, when you grind the guns, when you get those attachments, they become very usable, very easy. You know, you can as soon as you have a stock and a grip on it, or all of that good stuff. Starting off the M4, oh my god, dude, I was missing like almost everything. That M4 was so hard for me to use. So hard for me to use. I stuck with it. I grinded it out. I think that like reward of unlocking the attachments and putting them on your guns is really it's a big relief. It's like oh, okay, now this is what I'm looking for. I love the M4 now. I didn't like it starting off, and I love it now. I feel like the only problem that I'm having with it that I feel, and I don't know if this is kind of what everybody else is feeling, the ADS on a lot of guns, or just the ADS in general, is kind of slow.
Yes.
So if it makes it harder if you're running around trying to get kills versus somebody that's already ADS'd around the corner, you know, just waiting for you to pop up.
Yeah.
You see them, and by the time you're picking up your gun to ADS, you're dead.
Yeah.
And that happened to me so many times. I just, you got to hit fire, or you just, you know, you get stuck in the middle.
It's one of the reasons I use shotgun, because I don't have to worry about it. Yep.
So. There you go. And that shotgun is nasty.
Dude,
that shotgun is very nasty.
You can't put attachments on it. I don't know if you noticed that. I don't know if that's like just that gun and it's permanently that way, or if it's just a beta thing, but there's no attachments going on that shotgun.
None needed. None needed.
Oh yeah, it definitely doesn't need it. Not one bit. Like that.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Yeah, that thing. I mean, I've literally clutched a 1v6 with just that shotgun on that was it Prisoner Rescue? Is that what it's called?
Cross map with it.
Prison.
Yeah, like that gun, the shotgun is nasty. It's absolutely ridiculous. But I mean, you know what? Considering what they did to shotguns in Warzone, I'm kind of happy to be able to blast people away with them again.
Yeah.
But yes,
movement is great. The guns feel fantastic. Audio is down to the dot. There was one thing I was gonna say. I can't think of it. I have a brain fart.
I believe in you.
Nope. Going back to the guns, I like the LMGs. The first LMG, I haven't tried any other LMGs. The first LMG is god tier.
Yeah.
The sniper's fantastic. You get to use that when you hit 20.
Awesome. Yeah. By the way, that sniper, it doesn't matter where you hit them, they die. I got shot in the knee and got destroyed. So
done.
Just one shot kill, no headshot required.
I'm still getting used to it. I'm not too sure if I like it. The perk changes.
Yeah, that's a good topic. We should discuss the perk changes. That's a very good topic because it's very controversial.
I
like them.
I don't know how does that work? Do you get the set of perks as the game goes on, or the more experience from kills you get?
There's 4 total, right? So you get 2 that you get a pick, and then there's a third you get a pick that's a bit that they consider a stronger perk, and then your ultimate perk is the last one. You get them as you play, as you get kills and stuff. It goes up quicker, but even just surviving slowly builds up. So you get 2 right away. Your third comes next, and that's after you do some things, and then you get your ultimate perk, which is what they consider the strongest perks, as the final thing, usually towards the end game.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so it's both the time and experience.
Correct. If you do well, you
okay.
get them sooner.
Okay.
Which
If you play objective or if you're
I
getting
think.
kills.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
Like I don't hate it. It's just different. You know what I mean?
No,
I don't,
yeah. I'm still trying to understand it. I'm still trying to understand it. And just last night, well, okay, never mind. I'm gonna let you go off of the. I still have. You
No,
go
you're
ahead.
good.
You
I was just saying, like, realistically, when you select your perks in any other Call of Duty, you get 3, right?
right.
So to some extent, you're kind of gaining more because you get 4 in this game. You got to earn the last 2, right? So you get to start with 2 no matter what. You're going to gain 2 more, depending on you, I guess. I don't hate it. Like, if they would have kept it, I agree. A lot of people are saying, well, nobody asked for this. Okay, yeah, sure. I agree. But if you really go down to brass tacks, like, it's really not that different. You still get to start with 2. I mean, it's different, but I don't hate it. I mean, if they kept it the old way, great. I'm not mad at it. This other way, I'm not mad. Doesn't matter.
I like it. I think it's a nice change. You know, it's a whole new game, so it doesn't have to be the same Call of Duty every time. You know, so I think them doing so many changes to Modern Warfare 2 is just a nice change of pace.
Yep.
You see, me not understanding it led me to believe that I thought it was experience based. So somebody on the other team that's straight up kicking everybody's ass on my team is gonna have all perks.
Gotcha.
And everybody on my team is gonna have like just 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. No, it is not like that.
Okay, so then then I'm completely cool with it, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to look. Well, I guess we're gonna be playing some matches here.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna jump some. So make sure you guys stick around after our chat because I mean I'm definitely playing. I think Leo said he's down and Trey's gonna join.
Down,
so I'm having a good time. I'm having an extremely good time. Actually, my first couple of matches started off rough and I didn't know how I was gonna feel. That's what happens when you get wrecked for the first couple of matches because you don't know the map at all. Period. Right. Then I got comfortable. I found a gun I really like. I found a couple guns I really like. I got the map knowledge down to for the most part. And I've just been having I've been having a super, super fun time with it.
Right.
Been playing a lot of the prisoner rescue. I feel like that's helped with my map awareness way more than anything else, just because like it's a bit slower pace, but you have to know where you're going. You know what I mean? You have to know the map, so it helps you learn the map because of that. The game mode so far, pretty good. Enjoy them.
Yeah, they're solid. I think obviously like team deathmatch is always a good time, but yeah, the prison rescue, like the slower paced ones, they're good.
Yeah,
third person is so fun, dude.
Is it? I haven't dabbled in third person
is
yet.
so fun, man.
Yeah,
I remember playing Team Tactic in Modern Warfare 2 and loved it because that was third person mode. It was super good time, but I haven't tried it in this yet. I haven't had a team to try it in this yet.
Team Tactic was but that was 3v3, right?
It was 3v3. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
third person was phenomenal, absolutely great. What a mode!
Third person's fun, man. I'm glad they have that mode there.
I
think besides the traditional quick play team deathmatch and domination, my 2 favorites are definitely third person and prisoner rescue.
Prisoner rescue, such a good
one.
Yeah.
I saw they added search today, so I might dabble in that sometime too.
Oh, really?
Yep, they added search today.
Oh, snap!
Nice.
Okay.
So that'd be fun. To show and give that a shot. But overall, my first impressions of it, I mean, I'm just having a good time. It's Call of Duty. It's Call of Duty with all the new changes. I don't hate it. I don't mind the minimap thing. I know your boy brought it up. I don't honestly mind the minimap red dot pings at all. I know we already discussed this, but I think it's perfectly fine. I don't look at my minimap enough to care about it. I listen to it because of how good the sound quality is in the game, which I think we all kind of agreed to. So I listen for everything, and they still show up on the compass up top. I know it's not nearly as convenient as the minimap thing, but I'm not upset about it. But you're not alone, you boy. Like every 99% of the people playing are on your side of things. So don't let my opinion sway the majority here, but it should because I'm important. So
I think if we could talk about the weaponsmith, the gunsmith.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say.
so good.
That's what I was gonna talk about. Yeah, I like the fact that like some people that I know of are like kind of mad about it because they don't want to be forced to play other game like other gun styles to just unlock more perks or more attachments.
Yeah.
But I think it's cool because it changes things up. It's like you can't do SMGs all day.
Yeah.
Like I mean, you can, yes, but if you wanted to unlock the other parts that you're wanting, just try out a different style of gun.
Yeah.
Just try it out. You may like it. It's cool.
It's
I
neat.
like it a lot.
I agree with you, boy, where he's saying it was confusing at first. It definitely was confusing at first, but it is just
it's overwhelming.
Yes, that's a good word for it. It's overwhelming, but it is a really, how do I want to word this? Like
deep
and visually appealing system.
Yeah.
Refreshing is another good word for it. Yeah.
I'm still confused with the progression tree. I know the attachments you unlock in each category unlocks more attachments, right?
Yes.
But when we get into the progression tree, and I think going into the progression tree, you have to play, or you have to use certain guns and level them up to unlock like a submachine gun, like for example, the battle rifle latch, what was it called, or the shell?
Yeah, the latch. Yep.
The latch. I'm sorry. There we go. You have to use the battle rifle latch to get the submachine gun latch, which is apparently very, very, very good.
It has to do with like that. What is it? It's like the base of the gun. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, it's the receiver.
The receiver. It all has to do with the receiver.
There we go.
So if you use a receiver and you have attachments unlocked for that receiver, those attachments will work in the same receiver family. It's a whole crazy thing, but yes.
So you can make you can change a receiver on a weapon and make it a SMG or a battle rifle or like an AR, right? Correct?
Yes.
More or less?
Yep. Yes. Which is really
like, so here's, I've got the video playing right now.
When I get my SMG shotgun, be ready.
SMG shotgun. Oh my God. Could you imagine? Oh, that'd be such a pain in the ass.
The Hurricane. I'm not too sure if I like the Hurricane.
Dude, I suck with it. Oh my God, dude, I really want the Fennec. The Fennec is like one of the default guns to one of the like default classes you can choose from. It's with the MK2, but I just want to use the Fennec because that damn thing shoots. So I'd be curious to see Fennec versus shotgun to an extent. Granted, I mean a shotgun is just like shut up. I know, I get it, one shot kill, so it's really hard to beat that. But still, actually no, we haven't brought that up yet. How do you guys feel about the time to kill?
I think it feels pretty good.
It's pretty quick, right? But I don't mind it. I prefer a shorter time to kill. I'm not an Apex fan. Like, I don't hate Apex, but one of the things that take me away from it is how long of a TTK it has. I prefer shorter TTKs. They made Warzone had much longer TTKs. I still play it. I love it, but I don't like it as much. So I'm one of the people who prefer a shorter time to kill.
First than Vanguard.
The TTK on battle rifles, if you switch them to semi-auto, dude,
so good.
Oh my dear God!
Gotta run them. Yep, absolutely.
I started running that last night, and
boink boink dead, boink boink dead.
Oh yes, it's insane.
I need to get a better build, but yes,
insane.
It's so good.
I've done it too much. I've got a 100-round light machine gun that I've been using to tear people down. So
that sounds like Trey. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I've honestly been enjoying it. It's a damn good beta. I know it's going to be a damn good multiplayer when it comes out. I honestly I could care less about the dolphin diving. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
Yeah, I don't. I will tell you, there hasn't been one single time during my gameplay that I used it because I wanted to.
Yeah, I think I've used it more on accident than I have anything else.
I've never been like, oh shit, let me dolphin dive real quick. I do it on accident because I hold it in too long when I'm trying to slide. Like, I don't know of a single point where I'm like, oh, I need to do this versus sliding. Like, when would I do that versus sliding is my question. Like, does it look cool? Absolutely. Do I feel myself getting killed because of it? 100%.
So the same thing's been happening to me on as default going into Modern Warfare. On PC, it sets prone and crouch to two different buttons.
Okay.
But there's a setting on there that you can bind them all into one key. So if you're running and you press it, you slide. If you're running and you hold it, you do the dolphin dive.
That's how it is on
Or if you're just standing still, you just hold it. You hold the same button and you prone. I love that. I love that keybind, but I've just pressed it by accident. I've dolphin dived by accident.
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn dolphin diving
Yeah.
off. I'm just gonna do that. Trey said I can do it, so I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can just turn it off.
Or just disable the function of it, or turn it to some button that I never use, like I don't know, right trigger.
Right. Not saying. I mean, not. This is our opinions. I know there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that love it. I've gotten so used to like the bunny hopping, or like just hopping around corners or sliding around a corner.
Yep. I'm excited that stems don't make you go faster. I know I talked about that, but that makes me happy. I'm happy stems don't make you go faster. I think that'll be bigger for Warzone than it will be for this. But I feel like the speed of the game is at a very good point overall. Like everything about the speed of the game is very, very good. And the beta has shown that, because you don't have people just flying around everywhere. You know what I mean? Yes. No one's going 30 miles an hour while sliding across doorways. So I'm very happy with where the game's movement is. I'm very happy with the time to kill. I mean, I'm just very happy with the game so far, and I'm not trying to be like overly hype and stuff. Like, trust me, if I have my gripes about certain things, and more so in the Warzone aspect of things and the multiplayer, because the multiplayer, I mean, realistically, the multiplayer feels like a multiplayer. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it feels like a Call of Duty multiplayer at the end of the day. Whereas I feel like Warzone is going to feel, where I feel like multiplayer is for Modern Warfare versus Modern Warfare 2 being this, I feel like they are way similar than what we're going to see when Battle Royale, when Warzone versus Warzone 2.0 is, right? So this feels like a good multiplayer game with some different aspects of it too. You could tell that they've done things to it to make it feel a bit different.
Yeah, my favorite thing right now is just the gunsmithing and the TTK. I like the idea of having to just go down those trees and like forcing you to play other parts or other styles to get other parts. Yeah. I think it's awesome. Yeah. Yep. So good.
That was one of the biggest, or that I heard from content creators that were at the next event, is that it felt clunky, it felt slower.
Yep, that's the biggest thing I heard.
That I mean, both Warzone 2 and but I mean, I love it. I love how it's changed, you know.
Yep. Yeah, it's different. I love the same thing over and over again.
Yes, exactly.
I have never once, by the way, and I'm not saying this is bad, so don't take this as me saying this is a bad thing. I just haven't utilized it yet. I've not utilized the ledge hang yet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I haven't had a situation where I'm just like that hasn't happened yet. But I'm telling you, the first time it happens, I'm gonna lose it. I'm just saying.
That happened. That happened twice or three times to me yesterday. I got stuck on the ledge. I was like, "No, get down!" And somebody shot me.
Yeah. I get stuck on that. Yeah, I get stuck on it.
On PC.
I get stuck on it more than I've never utilized it, but I've definitely gotten stuck on it for sure.
Yeah,
I can feel Spider just.
What the heck? Well, Jesus, I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you, if they don't fix, and I don't know yet, I haven't had an issue in this game yet, but window vaulting in Warzone might be the most frustrating thing in existence. Where I can walk up to a window sometimes, and my guy just will go through it like nobody else's business. But sometimes I'll run, and he's just like, nah, that glass is reinforced. You not going through it, and then you get killed because you don't vault through the window. Oh boy. So let's hope they've managed to do that, or just climbing in general. That'll be another big step. Like, have they done well with climbing in like Warzone in general? Because that was another big thing in Warzone. Climbing rocks was the worst experience in existence.
Oh, dude, yeah. I think climbing rocks got killed more than anything when I played with you, Tim.
God, dude, it does. You just try to climb something, you guys like, like, it just doesn't get up. It's terrible.
I'm trying to find I had a clip in here.
You had a clip?
Yeah, from Modern Warfare, the beta, where like I was just like stuck on like there's like heat lamp in this map.
What?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Where like it wouldn't let me vault. I had to like run up to it and then vault up into it.
I have not figured out the new way to slide cancel. I'm sure they've already addressed that it's probably going to get patched, because if they wanted it in the game, they wouldn't have taken it out to begin with. But I don't know how to do it now. I don't know. Can you even do it on controller? Can you do the new slide cancel on controller? Or is it like it's weird and too many buttons? Yeah. See, like, I'll just run and shoot somebody.
Yeah, you can. You can change the settings to slide cancel on controller and PC. But I don't care for it. I do hope they take it out.
Yep, I'm okay. I can take it or leave it. I don't mind. I did it a lot in Warzone, but that's just because like it was easy. I'm not hurt about them taking it away. That just means more people will. Again, it just slows people down, and I'm all for it.
Right.
Like, so not. Yeah.
I like the field upgrades too. Field upgrades have been a lot of fun. I've been using the decoy. It's hilarious.
The decoy is fantastic. I've gotten people with the decoy. It's my favorite thing. Like, it's hilarious to get people with that thing.
Oh my god! One thing I forgot to bring up is that I fucking hate the UI. The UI is dog shit.
Like like the UI that we're seeing to try to get into matches in the party system. Yes, it is ass.
This is dog
it's
shit.
so ass. Now, granted, maybe we just get used to it, but I don't think that's it. I think it's just ass.
We'll cut it into the video. That's fine.
we'll just insert this segment somewhere.
No, go back. Go back.
All right.
Go back.
I can do it. All right. And okay, so we talked about Warzone. We talked about Modern Warfare for the the multiplayer beta and everything. So how do you guys? Any closing remarks? Like, you guys, anything?
If it's anything, I have to say, the menu UI has to be the worst menu UI in about the 50 years of Call of Duty history. I don't know if I'm looking at some kind of Telegram or my friends seem to be all over the place when I try to look for them.
It's so bad.
I don't know where I'm trying to navigate there. Has to be the biggest dog water thing I've ever had to look at.
It is really bad, guys.
Yeah.
Like, I like yesterday just trying to invite my dad to play this beta was like a whole session in and of itself. Like, it is really bad.
And the feedback I've gotten is they'll probably update. It's not gonna stay the same. No, it's staying the same. It's definitely gonna stay like this. It's horrible. I think everything's just too big. Make it smaller, more compact. How I think Modern Warfare and Warzone 1.0, they were perfect. How they did the UIs and everything. Even though they were bugged out for a very long time, right? Yeah. But this has got to go.
Like, what happened to the simplicity of hitting Y and seeing your friends and inviting them? That was it. Right? That's all it was. Like, you hit one button, boom, everything's there, and you just go. Like, ugh.
Now, you don't know when going here. You don't know how to get to the party chat. No. There's like 2 different menus for the party chats. It's just everything. I feel like everything's kind of all over the place. I do not like it one bit.
Yeah,
they got to do something about it.
Absolutely
it's
agree.
Pretty bad.
It is really bad. I absolutely agree with that statement. And
all right. Okay, let's get into some games here. Here we go.
I'm gonna tell Trev about this if he's not already here. I'm gonna Trev. Okay, you're gonna have to figure this one out because you're gonna have to figure out how to insert this.
You need me to save you.
He's gonna hate us.
You do.
So overall experience so far, multiplayer beta, great, having a lot of fun. Yes. Anyone else?
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
Great time. I accidentally glitched out, by the way, and it's been going around where I got into the Warzone menus and I could select Warzone and I tried to play it and it wouldn't find a match. And I was really upset because, like, oh my God, I'm about to play Warzone on accident. It's going to be amazing. I hope that's a sign that they're going to give us like a Warzone beta, either like maybe the end of could you imagine the last day? Hey, by the way, Warzone beta, or maybe we get one of those later on. So I really hope, because clearly it's playable. They literally had it at Call of Duty Next.
Mm-hmm.
So I would love.
I think they'll do a beta for it.
I would love to either have them do a separate beta or implement it for like the last day on this. But multiplayer beta so far, a lot of fun. Liking the game modes, especially the sort of the rescue. What's it called? Dang it, the prisoner rescue. Super great. Love it. But I mean, yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts on either this or either the multiplayer or Warzone?
Bring back the UMP5, damn it.
Trey. Yeah.
Give me back my UMP45, bro. That's all I want. That's the only thing I want to come back in Modern Warfare, man. That was my favorite gun of all time.
It's going to stay away just specifically because of you now.
It was so good. So good.
Yeah. That's it. That's all I had, though.
That's it. Leo,
we don't know. We don't know like all the full set of weapons, right?
No, the whole set is not in this beta, by the way. Like, so don't freak out that you don't see it because there's only. I mean, Trey, bro, there's only 2 submachine guns I think in the whole beta.
Yeah.
So like, don't fret, my friend.
I can't find this clip. I'm going through all these videos.
I'm starting to believe it doesn't exist, Trey, and you're lying to us. What a surprise!
No, it does. I'll show you. I'll show you guys in game.
Mm-hmm. The gun list was out. I think it's coming out. That's fair. Well, and what's weird is I looked at the gun list and like it didn't show like the FAL or the G3 or any guns like that. But I mean, they're in there apparently somewhere. You just have to find the families, but we'll figure that out.
Yeah, they're probably all in or something. We'll see.
This part of the segment of what we're doing right now will probably wind up going on YouTube. We're going to cut it and pop it on YouTube. So for all those watching on YouTube, hopefully you enjoyed our conversation. If you agree with some stuff, I'd love to know. If you disagreed, I'd actually love to know and kind of put your 2 cents on the matter of like what you liked about it or what, maybe your opinion on it is different because I'm open-minded when it comes to a lot of these changes, except for the backpack thing. You're not going to change my mind. I hate that change. But I would love to hear anybody's opinions out there and kind of read up on that so we can, go into Warzone 2 and hopefully have the best time possible. We have a little less than 2 months before release.
Yep. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah. That whole YouTube thing. Thank you guys.
Go follow Ileo Chain.
Please. I'm telling you, if you guys want to be nothing but purely entertained, this man right over here will entertain you like none other. I'm telling you, this man wore a broken headset dangling from his ear for I don't know how long. just to make a point, by the way. That's all it was about. So please go follow him. I'm telling you, pure entertainment right there. Leo, thank you for joining us for this conversation. You were my first choice. I'm super happy you said yes, so thank you.